every time he speaks that speech, I have to go for him because it resonates so well with me. As I look at my life today, I am a calling answered. At the age of 7, I was diagnosed with a disease called poliomyelitis. It's a debilitating disease, one that affects your nervous system. It causes you to have slurred speech. You can't speak well, you can't swallow, you can't sit up. You might suffer paralysis of a leg or so. I suffered that at the age of 7. And for weeks on end, the doctors told my parents and my family, you might as well start planning your son's funeral. It was very hard to take. From my parents' standpoint, I was only 7. What did I know? I was just going to be a fighter. During that ordeal, I saw my siblings stop by my bed because I was in the hospital. And they hugged me and they cried. And you could see that they were basically giving their goodbyes. In retrospect, it was pretty difficult for me to really accept. My parents turned me into a fighter. And the things that I learned back then brings me right up to today. I was searching after I got out of college. What am I going to do? Who am I going to be? I tried different jobs. Nothing really panned out. Until I decided to quit my last job when I worked for Hartford Insurance Company in Lake Mary. And I began my own business. Now, when we talk about a calling, I was still trying to figure out what or who I wanted to be. I remember asking my then supervisor, what do you see in me that I can do? And he was like, Gerren, you have to figure it out on your own. And then I went back to when I was 7. And I realized that I really and truly want to give back to the people who gave so much to me. I want to serve. So I find myself today being me. I find myself today serving others in everything that I do. I couldn't walk for a period of time. Now I can put my best foot forward. And in turn, I want to help people to put their best foot forward in their personal lives, as well as in their professional lives, in their businesses. I am out there studying and learning as much as I can so that in the event you encounter me at any time, I can be knowledgeable about your topic, and I can help you. Help you in any way necessary. Today I found myself as an image consultant, specializing in janitorial solutions. Interesting concept. But in my line of work, I encounter a lot of business people who want to put their best foot forward also, who are struggling through issues and things of that nature, and I am able to then help them create these environments for their employees as well as for their customers. I go out, people look at me and they ask me, Gerren, what the heck do you do? I'm like Tommy from Martin, you know, that big guy who just, he went to work every day, but people just didn't understand what the heck he did. I help people to put their best foot forward, plain and simple. It's my calling. It's what I love to do. And I do it so easy because my professional and personal life is now merged. I always go back to when I was 7 and how difficult that period was for others. And now everything that I do it humbly. From the perspective of just being a humble human being who loves people, I just serve. And it started from my weakness, I guess, my debilitating disease. I pause not because I don't know what next to say. I pause because I'm reflecting. I'm reflecting over the years of just remembering what people have done, just remembering people struggling through situations, just want to be there. I want to be there to have it. I love Scott's speech. I love it. I love it. I love it. It talks about that calling. And it's awesome when you find it. Many people grow up, they're in their 50s and their 60s, and I ran into them and they said, Gerren, I can't wait until I grow up and figure out what I want to do. At the age of 36, I'm pretty clear. So I wake up every day happy because I get to do what I love to do, which is just help people live their best life. I'm glad that I have a leg to stand on. I could have lost it due to that disease. Paralysis, atrophy, there's so many different things that could have occurred. But I stand here seemingly as a normal, I said seemingly, as a normal human being, and I'm happy for it. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that you're here. Dare I say I love you? Just because you are putting in the effort to do more for yourself. I found my calling, and I pray and I hope that you too can find yours. Thank you very much.